So what I have on my bench today is a Cybergun P90. Essentially, it was shooting like 400 FPS out of the box with .25s, which is way too much for a gun that should be used for close quarter engagements. So he basically just wants me to put a spring in it. Somebody else worked on it and took the spring out and didn't put it back in. So I'm going to give this thing a quick tune-up. And yeah, we're going to reduce the power. The rest of this footage is pretty much just going to be candid. It's just going to be me with the camera above my bench, and I'm just kind of working on it start to finish. I'm cutting out the really boring crap. Hopefully it's interesting, and enjoy. Alright, so this grease is f***ing blue. I have no idea what kind of grease that is. I've never seen grease like that ever. So I'm going to clean these parts off. What the f*** is this? It's a f***ing booger. Right, so you can see there's absolutely no air seal here. It's pretty bad. So, a couple things we can do. First thing I want to do is try to swap this out. It's a brand new O-ring. Do that. Stretch a little bit. Put it on here. So we know our piston is sealing now. This is not. So there's a couple of options. So when this sort of thing happens, you have the option to just completely replace the cylinder head. Or you can do a mod with Teflon tape, and some techs really hate the idea of using Teflon tape, but there is a way to use it so that you don't get all the, there's a way to use it so you don't get all the awful consequences of using Teflon tape. Some say that it is not a repair. I say that it actually kind of is. So, O-ring has to be off. Roll it down on a flat surface. So now the air seal is perfect. The only thing is that as the cylinder head, it will want to slide out. But once it's in the gearbox, it'll actually be fixed in. Yeah, so you recreate your condition inside the gearbox, and it's honestly not the best piston head either. I mean, there's only so much you can really fix with stock parts, and I mean, you get what you pay for. But that's actually a good seal. That's the best seal we're gonna get with this setup. So I want to do AOE.
I don't want to do sorbo pads or neoprene on this. I like to do spacers. I like the piston. I actually really fucking hate this piston head, so I'm going to destroy this piston head in order to get it off, and I'm going to throw this stock G&G piston head on it, because this will do better in this build than this one will. So what's nice is you can actually use a razor blade to just even some things out. So we removed that tooth. We got some, you know, scuff marks here. What are you gonna do? I might not have to remove half of this tooth. Yeah, it's a better air seal than what we had before, so that's good. There's just no helping this air nozzle. May or may not order another one. We are going to get a spring that will give us a pretty definite idea of what our FPS should be. And while we're at that, he might actually be interested in getting a new air nozzle. So this is a point in a build where we call the customer and we say, hey, you have some options. Excellent air seal. Check that AOE. And yep, I don't have to remove half of the, yeah, I don't have to remove half of the third tooth. So we're looking good. That AOE is correct. I'll even zoom in on it for you. That's nice. So this has been a pretty clean job thus far. I did speak to the customer, and we're not even going to worry about the air nozzle. He wants this thing ASAP. He does not care if the air seal is perfect, and that's okay. So I'm going to get the spring for it because we're lacking that, and then it's just going to be all set. So I'll be back. So we got our spring, and we're going to finish this. So what's nice about the synthetic grease is that you can also use it for your piston head. It does help reduce some friction inside of here because you got brass rubbing against plastic to a degree. So you can add a little bit, it helps with that. And then for the seal, you can very easily put your, your silicone oil on it and work in conjunction with the synthetic grease and still get a good seal. Make sure our safe and semi work. I'm using an 11-1, sue me. Safe. Semi. Full. So upon my discussions with the customer, he's happy with 350, 360. He just didn't want this thing to be shooting 400, which supposedly it was. So this is good to go. It's actually firing now. It's nice and tuned up, and it's gonna be reliable for him.